All right. It's October, officially. It's officially spooky month. Got my Sam mask that I'll be wearing on Halloween here. And this starts the Shock and Schlock 31 Days of Horror. Now, this is going to be 31 horror film reviews in 31 days. Whew. This first one, I'm going to start out kind of easy with these, sort of get one that I've had a couple of people request me to review. And just haven't gotten around to it. And it's one that I want to talk about, especially with the second one coming out, which I will be doing a review of as well when it does happen there. And I got a sick new VHS version of it, so let me put my camera back up here. The film that I'm talking about is, of course, Terrifier. Now, what is Terrifier? Well, it is a film, slasher film in particular, from 2016, starring Art the Clown, or featuring Art the Clown from the All Hallows Eve anthology film. He was a big part of it. Sort of was like the connecting storyline while also having his own thing there. I got this VHS from Tape Rot, a video on Etsy. They're really cool. I also wanted to show off this. This was a commission originally of things. Big fan of those guys. The tapes and everything look great. Just going to show the inside there. But as far as the actual film, Terrifier is sort of a throwback to classic slasher films while also sort of bringing a new darkness to it. And while Art the Clown is from All Hallows Eve, you don't have to have seen that to understand this film. This is a very straightforward slasher. What sets it apart is how dark it is and how dark it gets. It follows the same standard storyline. People go into a Halloween party, get tracked down by Art the Clown, and are sliced and diced. The story, there's no surprises there really. There's no plot twist, anything like that. There are surprises, but not story wise. Art the Clown in this is a fantastic slasher villain. I think he's very scary. It just the way the actor moves. I'm trying to look up. Let's see the name of the actor, David Howard Thornton. He really portrays Art as this like unhinged, nasty, brutal, disgusting character. And without talking, Art doesn't have any spoken lines. He's a bit like a mime, dresses up like one. A little bit sort of like a classic clown costume, white, grease paint, black around the mouth, black around the eyes, and like these sharp, nasty blood teeth. And the way that he moves is almost like dance-like. He's very skinny and fluid with his motions and the way that he does things. Like it's just weird. He moves unnatural a lot of the time, but like there's always like this sort of like indication that he's like stronger. He carries this bag around, sinister bags. What's he carrying? I'm sure you can piece that together. But yeah, it's been. I know this is from 2016, but before and since then, there hasn't really been a slasher villain, like a new one, that I found to be as like aesthetically scary and like character-wise as scary as Art the Clown. If Clown's scary, this is definitely not going to help that. I'll say that. And what aids in that is the brutality of the kills in this. Well, this is a slasher movie, so you have to talk about the kills, right? Very graphic, very intense. There is a kill in this movie where someone gets sawn in half while hanging upside down between their legs, and they split in two. Really gross. Much more graphic than I would expect even from an R-rated movie now. 100 Tears, which I've covered previously on the channel is NC-17. This is as graphic as that, in my opinion. The special effects are also great in this. Really helps that, and most of the kills in this and the entire tone of the movie is very mean-spirited. Like, I know this is a slasher movie, and it's sort of like goes back to that classic '80s feel, where they're not adding like anything else beyond the initial like slasher plot. It's very bare bones. But, that's what you want from something like this a lot of the time. You just want a simple slasher movie to, put on, spook yourself a little bit. And the thing is, with a lot of the, even classic slasher movies like Halloween or Friday the 13th, they were scary at the time that they were released, but we've been we've experienced a barrage of so many slasher movies at this point that it doesn't really bother us. At least for me, I feel like, you kind of get the gist of what's going to happen. This, on the other hand, really goes further than a lot of them. It's much darker. It's very mean-spirited, as I mentioned. There's not a lot of jokes in this. He's not Art the Clown is not like some wisecracking serial killer that's like, making jokes as he's killing them in like creative ways. Like, these are very brutal, raw feeling kills, and the way that he does it is like he messes with the other victims as they see it. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a Texas Chainsaw sort of deal where he wears someone's skin. Yeah, nasty stuff. Yeah, just it's it's paced great. There's pretty much something going on the entire movie. This is definitely not one of those slasher movies that like takes a while to get going. Like, it's from the beginning. You're in for a ride, and I'm very excited about part 2. This is one of my favorite, not just slasher movies, but horror movies that I'd seen in a long time. I like All Hallows Eve as well, but I do think Terrifier is the better film. If I was going to compare them, All Hallows Eve 2 is okay. I'll probably review those as a double feature sometime this month. But Terrifier really sticks out above the like modern wave of slasher films, and I think in modern horror, a lot of what we're focusing on now, like a lot of movies coming out now are, artsier, or, they have some deeper meaning or anything, like an A24 film. And I love those films, and I think they're great, but there are sometimes that, you just want one of those 80s slasher flicks. But there's not a whole lot that has really nailed that tone in recent years, and I would say Terrifier is honestly one of them that has, though. Highly recommend checking it out. As of uploading this video, it's on Tubi TV for free right now, so there's not really an excuse not to watch it. If you want a VHS copy, it's Tape Rot Video on Etsy. This was $11 before shipping in the US. Highly recommend checking them out. Not affiliated in any way, just a fan. So, yeah, that's day 1, 31 Days of Horror. Gonna be doing another review tomorrow of what we will see. I'm gonna be doing some ranking reviews this month as well. Planning on doing a ranking of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, the Friday the 13th franchise, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, the Saw franchise, and which one did I miss? Nightmare on Elm Street, Saw, Friday the 13th, Halloween. That's it. Yeah, gonna do a review of Trick or Treat this upcoming week as well. I had the mask, so I want to at least mention that this is one of my favorite films. So, really excited to do a review of that one as well. So, as always, though, I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, signing off for today. 31 Days of Horror every day this month, so come back tomorrow and I'll be here. No more 2 weeks between uploads, no more 1 week between uploads, 5 days. No, this is 31 days. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to keep the notifications on, but I'm going to be back every day. And as always, 0 thoughts, 0 planning, 0 editing, and 0 brain cells. Herschel Gillis signing off. Thanks, guys.